There we are, starting things off then on this drive time. I was going to say drive time special. It is a special, isn't it? Because I've got special guests. I've got Shaun and I've got TJ from Tidal Maze. And welcome to the Flash. Welcome along to drive time, Shaun and TJ. Thanks for coming in. How's it going? Because you had an album launch, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, we did. It was very good actually. We did it at the Emporium Bar in Southsea.
Yeah.
And
and this is Shaun, isn't it? I'm talking to Shaun.
Yeah, I'm Shaun. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it was very good. We had a really nice turnout. It seemed to be really well received, and
yeah, lots of people coming down from all areas around the county. Really, lots of good response.
Yeah, and we had some of our followers from Woking come down as well, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And we had.
So what's the connection with Woking?
Well, TJ used to live in Woking before he moved to. Not Woking, Southsea, and I live up in Byfleet, which is very near Woking. So
yeah.
we've got followers spread between Woking and Southsea, but obviously most of the band's down in Southsea now. So we do a lot of stuff in and around that area.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, well, to give everybody a taste of them, I'm going to play a track from your new album, Tidal Maze. It's just called Tidal Maze because it's your first album.
It's called Demons, but...
It's called Demons, but we spent a whole year planning it so well that we didn't manage to get the album name on the album.
And you were just saying, because when you handed it to me, I said, hang on a minute, it's got parental advisory, but be careful what I play here. And you said, no, there's no swearing on there.
No,
that
it's all part of the artwork.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have enough time to get back to the designer to say, actually, it's okay for everyone. But
yeah. Anyway, the thing is, I was listening to Martin Kirby's request show last night on The Flash, and he played a track called Woodland Blue, and it was the first time I heard it. I'm not just saying this, but I really thought it was a fantastic track. And then I spoke to Martin a bit later on that evening, and he's so impressed with this album.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So I'm going to treat everybody and play a track from it, and it's going to be Woodland Blue.
A starry night, the world anew, tuning into nature's tune. A starry night, the world anew, tuning in to nature's tune. What do you want?
Wow, what a start to the programme, eh? Second track in, and that was Tidal Maze. They are my guests today, Shaun and TJ. That is a fantastic track, you know.
Oh, thank you very much.
That sounds really good. I heard it last night, like I say, the first time, and was impressed then, and impressed hearing it on our studio system right now. Brilliant. So did you write that, Shaun?
I did, yeah. I wrote it actually back in 2017, and like many of the things that I write, I sort of wrote it and put it away and forgot about it for a while.
Yeah.
And then when the band started doing all right, because there was 4 of us back then, and we started doing quite well, and so I pulled it back out, and we did something with it, and with everyone's input on it, it started to sound really nice. So,
yeah. So where was the album recorded? I'm just looking at the back here to see if it gives me that information.
Oh yeah, so this is recorded back in Woking,
yeah.
Again where Shaun and I are from. So I used to work in a studio back in Woking, with sort of close family friends, and they offered to help us take out our first album, and 2 of the guys were sort of new in recording and doing all that, and they've done a really amazing job.
Yeah.
And really stepped up to the mark, and it's gone really well, we think.
Yeah, fantastic. So you come from like Paul Weller, Eric Clapton country.
Yeah. So
Cavity,
I mean, the school I went to back in Woking, obviously a few years before, was where Paul Weller and everyone went, and then Eric Clapton's just stone's throw away from there as well, up in Send. So yeah, a lot of musical background in Woking.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Brilliant. Just outside London as well, so it's easy to get into the big city, isn't it, if you want to do.
Yeah, I mean usually we go down south, but rather than up north. But yeah.
You've kind of gone the opposite direction, haven't you? Really.
Well, it's nice. We like it down here.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, thanks for coming in. More chat in a minute. Throughout the course of the programme, and if you've got any questions or requests, perhaps even for Shaun, Tidal Maze, that is, and also TJ, who make up Tidal Maze, then please get in contact. The email address is studio@theflashonair.co.uk. Time right now is 16 minutes past 4 o'clock, and it's time for this.
And now, South Hampshire's live music gig guide.
Fan club. Right, I've just had Gary O'Connor has just sent me a text. He's got, "Hi Chris, just having a nice relaxing afternoon, but just jumped out of the spa to hear the show, and I've just heard the end of The Last Light Band, and it sounded great." Well, I can tell you, Gary, it's a great album. It's from my guest today called Tidal Maze, and the track that you heard was called Woodland Blue. The album's called Demons, and Tidal Maze are with me right now. That's Shaun and also TJ. So, we've got Gary listening. We've also got a listener over there in Jacksonville, Florida.
We have a massive hello to John Carl. I've been sort of following The Flash for the past few years now, and his name always crops up, and he's always been a massive supporter of live music. And yeah, it's great that hopefully listening in today. Yeah, he loves his music, he loves The Flash, and he'd be loving what you're doing as well. And you're going to do some live stuff for me right now.
Yeah, we'll play you a song.
Yeah,
we'll do an acoustic version of one off the album. This is an all written by myself.
That's TJ.
That's me, TJ. So yeah, we'll give it a go.
The needle's gone too far. You could have been a star, but you broke it in the past, and now you've gone too fast. Summer, from what we can remember, he was broken and dismayed, despite the songs he played. Deep in the cold December, from what we can remember, he was the wizard of the town, but no one brought him down. Gone too far, you could have been a star, but you broke it in the past. him the key to free up Bernie's mind and save him from his kind. He was the wizard of the square, and no one seemed to care. The needle's gone too far, you could have been a star, but you broke it in the past, and now you've gone too far. By addiction he was bound, his sanity never found. When buried no one came, his death was such a shame. It all passed off in a haze, he wasted all his days. The needle's gone too far, star, but you broke it in the past, and now you've gone too fast. The needle's gone too far. The needle's gone too far.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you very much, Shaun and TJ, for that one. That was The Needle. In fact, if you get the new album by Tidal Maze, it's the third track, but that was obviously a live acoustic version of that song.
Slightly shorter.
Yeah, and we'll have some more live stuff on you as well throughout the course of the programme. Plus, you'll be choosing some of your favourite songs as well, which I'm looking forward to. Time now on the Flash, 31 minutes past 4 o'clock, and time for this. Pretty in Pink. The time, 36 minutes past 4 o'clock on this lovely Monday afternoon on the 13th of May, 2019. Right, back to my guest again, Shaun. You've got a piece of music you're going to choose.
That's right, yeah. So I've brought along today the album by my favourite band called Hawkwind. And this album that I've chosen, well, I had so many to choose from, but in the end we went for Quark, Strangeness and Charm.
Yes.
Which is an album which I believe was released in 1977.
Yeah.
Just after sort of the Lemmy era. And the man that wrote this song and sang it as well is called Robert Calvert. And he wanted to be a fighter pilot, and then he wanted to be a poet, and then he ended up as one of the greatest rock musicians in history, I think. But anyway, this one's called Spirit of the Age, and it's one of my favourite songs.
Right, well, let's hear it. And I have to say, actually, you two, you're not that old, really, are you? I mean, you're not as old as me, for a start. So I'm quite surprised that you've got, such a great taste. Hawkwind. TJ, you were saying that you're into Rush.
Oh, yeah, I love that Rush.
Yeah, so we'll have some Rush later on in the programme. But in the meantime, then, there we are. Shaun, that was your choice, wasn't it? Spirit of the Age.
It was, yes,
and that came from Hawkwind there.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I had so many hundreds from the Hawkwind bank to choose from, but that's what we went for in the end.
Yeah. So who are your favourite bands then? Who have influenced you?
Favourite bands? Well, obviously we know that one.
Yeah.
Gong as well, who are sort of doing a similar kind of thing to Hawkwind, but they were really quite out there. Really interesting psychedelic space sort of rock.
Yeah.
So obviously they were a big influence. And Blondie as well. I absolutely love Blondie. Parallel Lines being my favourite album. As my dad knows, because I borrowed his and lost it. So
and he wasn't too pleased, I suppose.
No, he wasn't, and he's still pestering me about it to this day.
Oh,
so,
you haven't got him a replacement then?
No, I don't know. Maybe for Christmas we'll see. But so
Father's Day's coming up soon.
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah, maybe. So Hawkwind, Gong, and Blondie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's it really in terms of influences.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, and 10cc. I do like 10cc as well. They're
Yeah.
very good.
Okay, well, we're going to have some music as well from TJ, some of your choices as well. Tidal Maze, it's normally three of you, isn't it? It's normally yourself, Shaun, TJ and Simon?
Yeah, I mean, Simon decided that work was more important than this, which quite upset about. But.
Yeah, and are you and Simon related? Because in the picture you look very similar.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, before he joined the band, he was clean shaven, and yeah, he decided to copy my look, and I think I'm really influential towards him.
Yeah, I don't actually remember this being
Yeah, no, we just look very
how
similar.
it went.
We're pulling off the rock star look.
Yeah. Right, we're going to have some more live music from you, from Tidal Maze, and it's going to be after the second track from today's featured album, Grand Prix Clash. 12 minutes now to 5 o'clock. More live music now from Tidal Maze. That's Shaun and TJ. They're just getting themselves ready. I'm not too sure if this track is on their new album or not. They will tell me.
You have to find out.
I was going to say.
So this is one that's really talking about influential music. One that Shaun and I have played. Well, how long have we been playing together now? Like 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think this is one of the first.
How did you get together, actually?
I don't know.
Well, I've actually known TJ for about 13 years at this point.
Yeah.
And we went to 2 different secondary schools, so we sort of lost contact for a little while. And then through the magic of Facebook, I found out that TJ was actually playing, well, actually everything, just playing every instrument. And I was sort of learning guitar at this point. So I contacted TJ, and we got together with a friend of mine at the time. And we just started messing around with music, really. So that was back in 2012.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was 7 years ago. So,
Wow.
But this is sort of the one song that's survived our set list over 2 different bands, many years, and
Yeah, we tend not to do covers, but yeah, this one has just kind of stuck with us.
yeah, it has. But we haven't managed to shake it off yet.
We've adopted it as our own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Let's go.
Doctor, please. Whoa, the mess I'm in. Doctor, please. Whoa, the mess I'm in. She walked up to me and really stole my heart. And then she started to take my body apart. Living, loving, I'm on the run. Far away from you. Living, loving, I'm on the run. So far away from you. your fault. She's got the strength, and I can't take anymore. Living, loving, I'm on the run, far away from you. Living, loving, I'm on the run, so far away from you.
Great, fantastic. So, is that on the album or not? Or we're going to have to find out, won't we, really? Get the album. Talking of your album, like I say, you had your album launched, didn't you, on, was it the 5th of May, last Sunday?
Yes, Sunday the 5th of
before
May,
last,
yes.
yeah. And that was down at the Emporium Bar in Southsea.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and it must have gone down fantastic. Did you have lots of people there? And
It was crazy.
did you sell loads of coffees?
Yeah, we sold quite a few albums, but yeah, being a bank holiday, it was a lot busier than we expected.
Yeah.
Just, again, bank holiday crowd. But yeah, I mean, we had a local girl called Yasmin Couples who opened up for us with acoustic guitar, an amazing voice, and then we had Versa, who are a Guildford-based band.
Guildford-based band, yeah, I invited them down, and they played a really, really nice set.
And then we finished it off, and yeah, it was a really great response. We had lots of new listeners. And
yeah, it was surprising actually, because obviously, like TJ said, with bank holiday crowd,
yeah,
and I sort of expected them to sort of stay down by the bar area, but a lot of people sort of wandered up towards the stage and then stayed for the entirety of our set. So yeah, new ears.
Shockingly
Wow, so good it
Oh,
was.
I know.
So when are you playing again next, live?
oh, so we're going tonight. So sorry, tonight we're going up to back up to Woking.
Yeah.
Playing at a place called the Fiery Bird, which is a local music venue which is trying to bring the community together via music. We're playing Flash Fest as well.
Yeah, Flash Fest, which is Saturday the 15th of June. Yeah, and I think we're on quite early in the afternoon, so
doing a nice live set.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Fun.
And of course,
full
all the
band.
money for Flash Fest is going towards our FM license, etc., and equipment to broadcast in the Waterlooville area on FM.
So all for a great cause.
So thank you guys for volunteering for that.
So good.
Right,
thank you for having us.
TJ, perhaps I could play a piece of your influential piece of music
Yeah.
up to the news.
So yeah, it's a difficult one. So I'm into loads of different genres, going from jazz, blues, rock, up to funk, pop, disco, 80s, all that sort of stuff. But this is one that's really sort of resonated with me for the past few years. It's Limelight by Rush.
Right. And here it is. And this is going to take us up, as I say, to the 5 o'clock news. So we'll be back after the 5 o'clock news with Tidal Maze. That's Shaun and TJ. And they'll be doing the same as what they're doing now, actually. They'll be playing live, playing some of their influential music and, just having fun.
yeah, we're both guilty of this, where we write something and then it sort of disappears either into our phones or it goes into a drawer in my case, because I write everything on paper, and then we either forget about it or just don't do anything with it, and then
It tends to be sort of a year later. We go, we've got 30,000 songs now written here.
yeah. But yeah, we are working on or early stages of the next album. We actually played a few of the tracks from it at the album launch, and I think they were quite well received. But yeah, we won't give too much away because we don't want to spoil it. But it is a concept album, and it's actually quite good. Some of it
Based on a book.
based on a book,
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds
but
fantastic.
louder.
Right, well, it's 20 minutes to 6 o'clock. When we finish the programme tonight, we will go out on one of your longer tracks from the new album. I'm looking forward to playing that one.
Tell me a lie to make me smile. Hide the truth for a little while. We could be anywhere, just say we're not here. Say it forever. Make it clear.
welcome back to Hour 2 of the Drive Time Experience with myself, Chris Rogers, and my special guest, that's Shaun TJ from Tidal Maze. And that was Tidal Maze there. That was the last track from their new album, just simply called Tidal Maze. And that track there was Tell Me a Lie. Was there just three of you on that song?
On that recording, I think there were three of us. We had our...
There was three at that point. That was... from the first of the recording sessions, the first of many sessions that we did, the band got smaller and smaller as we went on.
Oh, you make a great sound for three people.
I think there were some overdubs. I think I played bass and drums on that one, and then Shaun, you put a couple of guitar tracks on there, didn't you?
I put two guitar tracks I put on, and we did have another lead guitarist with us as well at the time, who sadly left the band a bit later on. But yeah. Yeah, there was three of us on there, and it's quite funny. And I think in the video, because TJ is playing both drums and bass. TJ's a very good bassist as well. Really good bassist. In fact,
thank you.
Which is handy.
He seems very modest, TJ.
Well, I've got to be. When you're this good, you know.
Oh, there we go. There it is. There.
I spoke too soon. So, who wrote that particular song? Was it?
That was one of mine.
Joint effort? Or
yeah.
Three of you.
Oh no, I think solely that one. That was one of mine.
That was solely TJ, and it's actually one of his best works. I think it's really good.
It was it came really quickly actually. I think I started writing the lyrics, and then just picked up the guitar and within 10 minutes just pretty much had the whole song down.
Yeah.
Which it seems to happen like that. Either it will take a year or it will take 10 minutes to write a song, which is quite annoying. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. It's good fun on the drums.
It's good fun to play that one. It's really. For something that's actually written with a lot of meaning, it's quite light-hearted and fun to play.
Yeah.
And the riff is really good fun. Obviously, I used to just do the rhythm parts on the guitar. But since now, I'm the only guitarist in the band now, so I've had to sort of step up to the mark a little bit. We're getting there. But no, it's really fun playing the riff. I really like it.
It's got a real kind of riff that gets stuck in your mind, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's
what we're going for.
You got to me, you see, already.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, your choice of music now, Shaun.
My choice of music. So
your second choice of music.
My second choice. We're going to go for another song which I sort of grew up listening to. The aforementioned Parallel Lines album. Forgot the name there.
yeah. You mentioned in hour one. Sorry to interrupt, but you mentioned about how it was your dad's album, and you sort of pinched it off of him.
A lot of my musical influences is actually the music that Dad listens to, because it's what I grew up listening to. And to be fair, I used to hate Hawkwind. It took years and years and years before I could actually see the appeal of it. But Blondie, I've always enjoyed listening to over the years since I was very young. And I mean, there's so many great songs on that album. I really love the musicianship. And
we are live, Brian Adams there. The only thing that looks good on me is you. Right, almost run out of time. When I say that, I'm going to go out on a long track, and the long track is going to be from my special guest, Tidal Maze. That's TJ and Shaun. And Shaun, before you go, I've got to say that your dad sent me a text. Nick, he sent me a text. He's saying, "Tell Shaun I'm looking forward to Father's Day."
Yeah.
So
we didn't say which Father's Day, though.
Or which father?
Yeah, so Nick's looking forward to his copy of Parallel Lines, I would imagine. But look, thank you for coming in and doing a great live set. I'm really staggered that you like Hawkwind, and I really, Rush, and also Jethro Tull. I really thought you young guys would be playing something younger, not contemporary stuff that old dinosaurs like me like. So it's really refreshing to know that you love that kind of music, and obviously that's why you like the Flash. And thank you for coming into the Flash today.
Well, thank you very much for having us. It's been great fun.
We'll be back here with the next album, hopefully.
Oh, we hope so. Yeah. Hope we get invited back.
You will, yeah, of course. You've got an open invitation. Now, what am I going to play out on? TJ or Shaun? Are you going to? I think you should introduce this.
Well, this is Shaun's song. Go on.
I wrote this one a long time ago. It's called Demons. It's the title track of the album, and it's just a really interesting sort of concept. Definitely a step into progressive rock.
Yeah.
And, it's all right actually.
And here it is, 7 minutes then of the track Demons. And Ian Lynch will be coming up after the 6 o'clock news on The Flash.
Trying to strike me down. The winds of